What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Last time, we went into that super slow-mo brain thinking mode of Phoenix's, and we deduced that the person Athena stabbed was actually the real culprit who was posing as her mother. You're absolutely right, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I hereby...
Objection!
I didn't say I was finished, assholes. I was only pausing for a second. Because I realized something so shocking, I had to take a break to digest it. But now I know for a fact that... Miss Sykes is innocent. But Ponko saw me. She witnessed the moment of the crime. Yes, Ponko did witness something. She saw the hug. In other words, the moment you used the utility knife. But the person you stabbed wasn't your mother. What are you saying, Mr. Wright? The answer is simple. The person Miss Sykes stabbed was a third person posing as Dr. Sykes.
What? Objection!
Do you really expect us to swallow that, Mr. Wright? According to the robot's statements, there was no third person there. Did you really think I wouldn't see through your ludicrous grab for time?
Objection!
After all we've been through, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm disappointed. Don't you know by now that this smile of mine means I have absolute confidence? Ha! You make that pose all the time, regardless of the facts. Klonko's strange malfunction. Mr. Terran, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay? Mr. Terran? But that's Apollo you're talking to. Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost. That was another case of mistaken identity caused by a jacket ID tag. All because Klonko couldn't read Apollo's facial features due to that eye patch. Like Mr. Edgeworth said, a mask could nullify the robot's facial recognition. And then, all the person would have to do is wear a jacket with the victim's ID tag to pose as her.
Objection!
Of all the ridiculous theories, what good would a silly disguise like that do? Have you forgotten that the robot also has a heartbeat detection system? If there was a third person at the scene, the robot would have detected them. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but that doesn't count for much, I'm afraid. Because, by that time, Dr. Sykes' heart had already stopped beating. What? So does that mean... Yes, Your Honor. The person Miss Sykes stabbed. This third person who is posing as Dr. Sykes is her mother's real killer. But that's... impossible! A mask? The person I stabbed was wearing a mask. Order in the court. Miss Sykes, did you say something? A mask? Yes. I remember, Oh! Athena, what is it? I remember a man with a mask. How could he? What did he do to my mother? My head. Miss Sykes, are you all right? The black Cyclops. They're breaking. That was some epic breaking sounds. It's all coming back to me. Everything that happened the day my mother was murdered. They're gone. The black Cyclops are finally gone. You didn't really stab your mother, did you? It's all right, Athena. Just tell us what you saw that day. I was drawing a picture. When I was done, I went to show it to my mom. I opened the door, and then... It's all right. I'm right here. You're safe, Athena. She was on the floor by the workbench, with a katana sticking out of her. There was a handkerchief over her face, but I knew it was her by her clothes. And there was a man there. A man?
Hold it!
Quiet, Your Honor! You shut your damn mouth! Your Honor, shut it! Go on, Athena. He tried to attack me. In a panic, I grabbed the knife that was there and... He dodged it first, so I only got his clothes. But I tried again. And this time you got him, didn't you? I did. I remember it clearly now. The rain is gone. The knife went into the back of his hand. Then he kicked me and I passed out. Anyone we know with the hand wound? Who has a hand wound? I don't know anyone with the hand wound. The murder weapon. Phantom's hand. When I came to, my mom wasn't moving. I had to do something. I had to fix her, I thought. So I asked Ponko to move her to the operating table. Something's wrong with Mom, so I'm taking her apart to fix her. So that's why she said that. Your Honor, as you can see, the defendant has just given us critical new testimony. A man was there before Miss Sykes arrived, a man who covered the victim's face and put on the victim's jacket. This man is the real culprit. Miss Sykes, do you have any idea who this man was? No. I'm afraid I don't. A few moments ago, Miss Sykes mentioned a mask. Athena, can you tell us anything else about that? Yes, the mask. It was my mom's Japanese theater mask. I think it was the one hanging on the wall of the lab. Ah, this mask hanging here on the wall. It was kind of spooky, that mask. My mom used to tell me that a no mask even has the power to turn an ordinary human being into a phantom. A phantom? It would seem that a new suspect has emerged. And that means that all suspicion against Miss Sykes has... You see? This is precisely why I can't trust the court system. Athena Sykes is the murderer. I won't accept any other verdict. Miss Blackquill, this is not good. A new suspect? Where's the proof this person ever existed? Who says it wasn't all just a dream in the little princess's groggy little head? She's right. We don't have any hard evidence of the masked man's existence.
Objection!
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I'll never be able to repay you for all you've done. But I'm fine now, because I can say with certainty that I didn't kill my mother. Athena? I'm so glad for you. More and more memories are coming back now. So I'd like to say one thing if I could. Ponko came to the robotics lab at about 2 p.m. to recharge. I went to the robotics lab at about 2 p.m. for my regular recharge. Just as I was about to charge up, Athena came in and hugged Mommy Metis. And then Mommy Metis fell down. After that, I was recharging, so I don't know anything. I see where you're going with this. If Mommy Metis was really the killer in disguise. Right. Then he must have come to the robotics lab before 2 p.m. Do I have anything here in the evidence that can help me find this person who came to the lab before 2 p.m.? I don't know. Open to the public? No. That's okay, though. I don't mind taking my time, because I love this song, too. Isn't this, what's-his-face's song? Twisted Sword something? I don't remember the name. Let's see. 2 p.m. Corridor to the crime scene. Shoot, man! What am I missing here? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's keep looking here. Victim's body. What am I looking for? 1 to 3. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Moonrock earring. What am I supposed to be looking for exactly? There's nothing here. Handkerchief? There's the handkerchief. Is that what I'm looking for? The handkerchief. Right? Is that why?
Take that!
This piece of evidence will reveal the identity of the person who came to the lab. Will it now? Then reveal the way by all means. Oh no! No! Oh no. Oh no! What the? What am I? Image of the culprit. But the video. I can have Space Center. I mean, there's the 7-year photo. There's a video. I don't understand.
Take that!
Prosecutor Blackwell leaving the scene after an incident. 3 p.m. So we're gonna go back to 1 p.m. or before 2 p.m., right? What I'm wondering is, does the video show anyone else passing by there before then? I don't see anything in the investigation report. It looks like they didn't check. Just as I thought. So if we rewind the footage and go back to around 2 p.m., we should be able to see the true culprit leaving the scene. Very well then, let's take a look. There, please stop it right there. It's just like you said. There is a man leaving the scene of the crime. Miss Sykes, do you remember this person? That's him, I'm sure of it. He's wearing my mother's jacket. I did, but what I really wanted to see was her jacket. That jacket on display. That was Dr. Sykes's. Can you see it? There's a slash I made with the utility knife that day. And I'm sure that knife is under that jacket somewhere. So then, everything Miss Sykes has said. Exactly, it proves that Miss Sykes' memory was correct. Dr. Sykes' killer arrived at the robotics lab before 2 p.m. He killed her and hit her face with a handkerchief. Then, he disguised himself with Dr. Sykes' jacket and masks that were there in the lab. The culprit probably knew beforehand that Ponko charged up at 2 p.m. every day. So he waited for Ponko to come to the lab for her regular recharge. By leaving Dr. Sykes' jacket on, the culprit tricked Ponko into thinking he was Dr. Sykes, thereby making it look like she was alive up to that point in time. All to disguise the real time of death.
Objection!
It's a nice theory, Mr. Wright, but I'm afraid that it's just not possible. What? Why not? The victim's jacket is clearly visible right there in this photo, or video. And that right there is precisely the problem. The ID tag on the jacket at the scene confirms beyond doubt that it belonged to the victim. If the person who left the lab truly was wearing the victim's jacket, then how could it possibly have wound up back at the crime scene? What's going on? That doesn't make sense. Edgeworth is right. If the culprit was wearing the jacket, how did it get back to the lab? Okay, hold on. Let me think here. So the killer goes in, does the job, leaves with the jacket on. But wait, he was stabbed by Athena. The killer brought it back, the victim brought it back, the defendant brought it back. The victim was dead by then because he was already stabbed. So that leaves the killer and wait. The defendant would be Athena, but she never left because she was trying to fix her mother. So the killer brought it back, but I don't know why. Why would he do that? The killer used the jacket as a disguise to make his escape. But in order to conceal that fact, he had to get the jacket back to the crime scene. So the culprit simply returned to the robotics lab after, or later, and planted it there. Contradiction resolved.
Objection!
Except that it would have been impossible. The only person who came to the robotics lab after the killer were Prosecutor Blackquill and the people who reported the body. And they claimed that the jacket was there when they arrived. So, when do you propose this mysterious man of yours had the chance to return the jacket? I don't remember who found the body, but it would have been one of them. A puzzling question indeed. When did the culprit have the chance to bring the jacket back? When the body was found. Who found the body? The only time the culprit could have returned the jacket was when the body was found. Mr. Wright, do you realize the implication of that argument? I do. Most people, when they come across a murder, focus their attention on the body. The culprit could have taken advantage of that split second to plant the jacket. In other words, the true culprit of this case, the man known as the Phantom, was one of the first people to discover the body. I never would have ever thought of that! What is the meaning of this, Prosecutor Edgeworth? You see, the body was discovered and reported by a group of 3 people. They were there to collect the space probe's capsule in preparation for the HAT-1 launch. One of those people had a special bag to transport the capsule in. Oh, you mean the shock-resistant bag? Correct. I suppose that if the jacket was in that bag, it could have been returned to the scene of the crime without anyone noticing. I'll see to it that you get the reports on those 3 people. You will? We should also check the facial recognition database for that robot. If this person felt the need to hide his face with the theater mask, it might mean that his facial data was once registered. Prosecutor Edgeworth! Does this mean... And it's been 18.5 minutes, so I'm gonna end this video here, so stay tuned tomorrow for the next episode. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye!